Other interesting cultural news, you have a student getting $20,000 after a school suspended him for saying the word illegal alien. I was going to say it's almost enough for free college, so these days I wouldn't waste money in college anyway. This is brought to us thanks to Libs of TikTok, in which she says, quote, breaking, Christian McGehee, the North Carolina teen who was suspended from school for using the term illegal alien, will receive $20,000 in a public apology from Davidson County Board of Education after they falsely accused him of racial bias. And it's a little unfortunate. The only thing I would change to that picture of him is his t-shirt should have a hashtag on it called winning. Because yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, again, in terms of being accused of racism and having your reputation ruined, I would argue it's worth more than 20 grand, but that's just me. Now, her original post from, what was it, a couple weeks ago? Actually, no, a couple months ago. Actually, no, last year. Jeez Louise, it took a while for this legal to go through. Now, she said this is Christian. He's a 16-year-old student. He was suspended for 3 days after using the term illegal alien in an English assignment because it was found offensive and disrespectful. Now his record could be damaged. Please support this based student by helping raise awareness to his story. And yeah, actually, and I'm not a fan of frivolous lawsuits, but I'm also not a fan of, public schools for pretty much every instance because they're so corrupt and just more or less just morally bankrupt and, brainwashing kids these days. But I'm surprised they didn't push for more. Now, this got 1.9 million views as well as 64,000 likes. Scrolling down to the main comment section, one of the first ones comes to us thanks to our favorite contrarian, the gas stove, which obviously is not real. Stoves can't type. Although, wait a minute, most of them are connected to China, as Trump would say, and, the IoT or Internet of Things is real, so they might be typing. I'm only partially kidding. The gas stove says, quote, it should be illegal to use the term illegal alien because of the racist tropes associated with it. Undocumented or unauthorized immigrants should be the correct term, in my opinion. Gained 23 likes. Improving engagement is, he is brilliant at engagement farming. He got 210 responses, where no other response to Libs TikTok was that viral. Let's see, was he ratioed, most likely? Yvonne says, quote, breaking the law is doing something illegal. You are illegal. Call a spade a spade. Gained 43 likes. And he says, crossing the border is a civil offense, not a crime, which everyone laughed at him for that. Aussie Teacher says, quote, it's like calling a criminal who breaks into your home an unauthorized visitor illegal is much more accurate than undocumented because it captures both the criminal and undocumented aspect of moving to a country without a country's permission. Gained 63 likes. Yeah, so says, but it's against the Constitution, which obviously is probably one of the most famous trolls. Gabby says, quote, it's called illegal alien, and rightfully so. There's nothing in the phrase that slightly implies race or ethnicity, just lack of immigration status. Stopping still. He gained 59 likes. And again, there's 213 replies to the gas stove, but those are the top ones. CB says, quote, Christian McGehee's parents should be arrested for raising a racist boy. Gained 29 likes. Mentally 35 likes, going up like a stock. But he was, as youth might say, ratioed completely because Smagato, I think I pronounced that right, says, quote, you're a effing clown and part of the problem. Gained 306 likes. George Bliss says, your brain's totally broken, retard. Gained 27 likes. A lot of people doing the Gordon Ramsay, just calling them an idiot sandwich with that meme. Or some people call it meme. Does not sound fancy, though. And this is a name I probably won't get right, but it's Otissus Driftwood. Says, quote, all the board should be fired and pay the amount of out of their own finances. It's easy to hand out tax money for the actual for their purposeful wrong actions. Hold individuals accountable. Gain 1.3 thousand likes. Also, a good reason to be involved in your school board elections and also, looking into what they're actually teaching at your schools. Again, you can vote them out. Very few people actually vote on a local level. Everyone votes for presidential. Well, many people vote for the presidential election in the United States, but the midterms, even fewer. And when it comes to local things that have a huge impact on your day-to-day life, unfortunately, not enough people get out and vote. Matt Van Swole responded saying, quote, why didn't he receive 2 million? This is outrageously low. Calling a kid a racist and suspending him from school only nets you 20K. F that, sue the crap out of him. Gained 1.2 thousand likes. America AF says, quote, should have been at least 100K. Gained 406 likes. Citizen X says, quote, the term illegal alien appears approximately 33 times in Title 8 of the U.S. Code, which encompasses a federal immigration law. Have a problem with that? Talk to Congress and leave the kid alone. Getting 179 likes. Wes Bestern says, quote, not enough. The person who issued the suspension needs to be fired. Getting 144 likes. And I think they should also most likely, I was going to say primary them if you're local, take their job and actually do a better job. The bar is so low for like leaders in the public school in the United States. I would argue that damn near anyone would do a better job than most of them right now. I'm trying to see I was going to say it kind of drops off in terms of the most popular comments from there. But yeah, I was going to say not a lot of justice, but interesting question for the comments. What do you think should have been his compensation? Again, I'm not a fan of college, but to me, in terms of a barometer of success, or what I consider a barometer of successful outcome for this, if I were him, I'd want at least enough for like free college, cost to him to cover free college. So it's to him at no cost, maybe a couple $100,000 more on top of that, just because of the brand reputation. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.